What's going on, guys? Z here from the Austin Show. And today we're looking at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle NECA 2020 convention exclusive musical Mutagen tour set. So this is a pretty cool, fun set, and a set that not everyone would probably care about or know about, but this is a thing that I personally know about because my brother, who's older than me, was obsessed with turtles when he was a young kid. So we had the VHS tape of this turtle musical show, so I've watched it when I was a kid, so I'm very familiar with it. Of course, haven't seen it in years, but at least I know what this thing is based off and talking about, which was pretty fun and cool, I think. So we have a big tall box, so again, hard to fit in the camera, but if you look up top, you can see the Nickelodeon logo. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NECA 2020 convention exclusive, and then all four of the turtles there, and then musical Mutagen tour and stuff. So pretty cool set. And if we go ahead and flip it around on the back here, on the side just says the name of it. We've got a mask of Raphael there, at least I assume it looks red to me. It's got some nice bedazzled pieces on it and stuff, so that's pretty fun. And it says Ninja Turtles at top has cutout mask and party like a turtle, so that's a pretty fun thing you can cut out if you want to. And then it has a list of all the songs. Now this is not the real song, so NECA doesn't have the like true copyrights to this, so they had to make up a bunch of songs and everything. And down here it's got, you know, NECA people's names and stuff, so instead of actual people that worked on the show tour. And that's also why this is called the musical Mutagen tour, because the real show was called Coming Out of Our Shells, and again, that's what I'm familiar with and stuff, so they had to kind of play around with the copyright stuff. It's a pretty cool set. And if we go ahead and open it, so we go ahead and slide off the case here, and it has what looks to be like a road case, so it says TMNT musical Mutagen. It says party dudes inside, and then it has Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Raph sticker there. Turtle Power, California, New York, I love New Jersey, all sorts of stickers and stuff just going on the road case stuff on the back. We have a foot stinks, and then also pizza proof. So pretty cool boxes again to go with this. But then if we go ahead and just open it, so it has these flaps here we can just go ahead and open up. You can see the actual turtles inside. So the box is kind of like display, kind of to look like the stage and everything. So up top there we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle musical Mutagen tour with the turtles there on the side. And then we have all four turtles on the inside with their instruments, some extra hands and stuff. So we'll take a look at each of those. And again, in like costumes for like rock star costumes and stuff, which is pretty fun. And then again, just like a stage display. So it's got stage looking stuff on the back, lights and everything going on in the back there. It'd be cool if this actually lit up and stuff. That'd be really cool. But again, all four turtles with their outfits and instruments and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and take the turtles out and look at their instruments and stuff. So unfortunately, they are all four the same turtles besides their attire. So for movements and stuff, we'll just look at one. But let's go ahead and pop them all out. So here they are all out of the box. You can see them a lot better now. Again, not a whole lot really to look at. They're just all four of the same turtle, have pretty much the exact same outfits, just different logos and of course their colors. So we have Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael. So very cool looking set overall. I really like it. Of course, we'll show up close. The eyes are really creepy in the mouths and stuff. So that's very creepy. But the rest of them just look like normal NECA turtle figures. Nothing too different. So again, this is based off a music tour. So there were actual people inside these costumes, and their costumes are very similar to what they used in the movies. So they have like animatronics and stuff going in the head for the eyes and like the mouth to move with people on the inside. So I'm sure they were super uncomfortable because suppose with all the mechanics and stuff in the heads, the suits got really hot and stuff. So I assume the people inside were miserable during this and then have the dance around and everything. And then they were voiced over by someone else. And of course had all sorts of music, like hit music, you know, for turtles and stuff for the playing. Like I always remember, of course, Coming Out of Our Shells, the main song that the tour was based on, and then like Pizza Power and stuff. So those are just songs I still have in my head to this day. But back to the turtles. Again, I think they look really good, you know, really creepy faces, but that's exactly how they look like in the show. But very cool looking figures overall. So you can see their outfits, you know, are all pretty the same. So they all have denim jackets on, you know, it's just a fabric material, but it's designed to look like denim and stuff. Have some like sparkles going into it. I don't know if you can really see them, but maybe when we look at one. And then of course they have their colors. So Leonardo has blue, so blue headband, blue belt around him, blue elbow pads, wristbands, and knee pads, and then has some socks on, look like leg warmers almost. And they all have the same white shoe, just with the different color laces matching them. So he has blue, obviously. So again, each turtle has their matching. So Donatello's purple, Mikey orange, and Raphael red. But then they have additional logos going into him. So with Leonardo, he has kind of like this moon shape or something. And the only weird thing is that on his knee pads, he only has the X. And I assume all the silver dots are supposed to be jewels, because as you can see from that one picture, it looks like they've, you know, been bedazzled and stuff. So they have little jewels all over them, so they sparkle on stage. So I assume that's what all those little dots are all over their body. So he has the moons, then Raphael has these like X shapes. And you can see him there up on his jacket, and then there on his belt and his knee pads. So he just has like X shapes. And like on his shirt, they each have their logo. So an R for Raphael, obviously. And then he has like a smiley face there. And then also to show that on the back, they have their names too. So Raphael. But they all have the picture from the box and stuff of the tour thing there. So obviously the fake tour that was invented. So there you can see what all their jackets are going to look like. With Donatello, he has the yin gang sign up there on his jacket, on his knee pads, and right across his belt. And then Michelangelo has stars, so stars up on his jacket, on his belt, and his knee pads as well. So just some more identifiers into each of the different turtles, you know, to go along with their colors. But for the actual movements, we'll go ahead and just use Leonardo because he was probably the best one to move. Some of these turtles don't have the best movements, and some of like their elbow pads are way too thick to get a lot of movements, so we'll just look at one. But there's a look at his face. So again, the creepy looking face, like if we get it, like he's staring into your soul, he's getting ready to like murder you or something. But they have really weird eyes, and we were thinking it'd be weird if like you could even get the eyes to move around and stuff. It'd make it even weirder. But of course the blue headband there goes obviously around his face, tied in the back there. And again, this is based off more of like the movie and stuff costumes, so they have little like spots, almost like liver spots or age spots, you know, all over them and stuff, which is really weird. That was always a disturbing thing with the live action turtles. Then their mouth, so they have a mouth that can move and stuff. It doesn't open too much, but it does open a little bit there, so you can see inside the mouth. Of course they have all the teeth and a tongue and stuff, so just really weird mouth there that's just kind of creepy. And then they have their headphones on, so obviously what they would sing into them. But the headset is on a like little peg thing over here, so you can kind of twist it to kind of readjust the microphone piece on the side here, and then the part that goes over the head it readjusts. And it has this metal wire coming off it. I don't know what it's for. I feel it's pretty useless because I assume it's just supposed to be the wire, you know, that connects their headset, but it just kind of hangs down here, so it's like, what's the point of even having that? It should have just been left off. And on a lot of these it looks like they're almost falling off or like breaking off, so it's like kind of weird. So it's like just something you have to worry about now. But then we've got their head movements, so he can nod, so he can look really far down, like really far down movements, and it's already about his back as far as it'll go. But then it can twist side to side. That looks really creepy. He's like really stalking you now. But it can twist there and go all the way around, and has the side to side head shake. Then we go to the shoulders, and the shoulders again don't have a whole lot of range move. They only come up maybe 90 degrees, probably a little bit under, so that's just about as far as they go, but can rotate around. And then the elbows, again, I can't see under here. It looks almost like a double elbow joint, but again, it's just hard to see, and I can't get it to move enough, so it seems almost like the elbow pad is a part of it. So maybe it's three pieces: the upper arm, the elbow pad, and the lower arm. Not exactly sure though. Again, it's hard to see up in there, but we can get it to bend. Again, it's hard to get to bend, but these being so thick and stuff, their elbows don't bend too much. And then we got the wrist, so the wrist can twist around there and can flex back and forth pretty well. And unfortunately on these figures there's no ab crunch or anything, so it's pretty solid there just in the center of the body. And then we go to the hips, so the legs can come up just under 90 degrees. They get pretty close there, and then out to the side pretty far, so pretty close to being able to do the splits. And then they have a thigh twist up in there as well. You can kind of see the joint. And then we go to the knee joint. Again, I assume it's a double knee, but hard to tell exactly. But it only comes up about 90 degrees there as well. Again, just too much limitation with the size of the knee pad. And then the foot's kind of hidden by the sock and just the thickness of the leg, so at the shoe here. So, but we do get some flexing back and forth, so it can go back and forth a little bit, and then it can also twist side to side, so pretty normal for a figure. And that's really all there is for movements for these characters. They don't have a whole lot of movements. Like I said, what movements they do have are limited just by the way they're designed, but they don't have like all the movements of a normal action figure, so some of their articulation has been cut out, like bicep twist and then the ab crunch and waist twist and stuff. So some of the movements aren't all there, but they still don't move too bad. But with this, you're pretty much just going to pose them and leave them, especially with all the stuff they come with and accessories and everything. There's not going to be a whole lot of playing around with these. So now we've got all the turtles, we need their instruments. So it's kind of weird. So the way they came in the box, like let's say this guitar here was slotted right next to Raphael. Well, in doing research about the actual tour, you know, the Out of Our Shells tour, Michelangelo played this guitar, and obviously the guitars don't look exactly as they did, but Michelangelo played guitar and was the lead vocals for the group, so it's weird that he does it. And then the detail on it looks orange to me, more orange than it does red, so again, I feel it goes perfect with him, and it's in a star shape, just like Michelangelo has, so I feel the guitar goes with him, but yet they had it slotted over with Raphael. But we're just going to go ahead and give it to Mikey, since like I said, I assume that's where it's supposed to go. And then next up, we've got a keyboard, or like a keytar, it almost looks like, for Donatello here, which was his instrument, and it even, you know, looks like it's got some purple in the details there, so again, kind of matches his color. So it has a nice strap here, just like the guitar had, so it has the strap that we can put around and put in his hands, and has all the keys there and stuff, so pretty neat and cool. And I like the red and blue details on it as well, so pretty nice there. For Leonardo, he has the bass guitar, so pretty cool futuristic guitar. Again, has that like sort of moon shape, or almost looks like the Star Trek logo, and again has the blue outlinings around it, so obviously it does go with Leonardo there. So pretty nice looking guitar. Again, has the strap and everything, and then we'll have to give that to Leonardo. And finally for Raphael, so again, these were slated with Michelangelo, but again, from the research, these are the instruments that Raphael played, which he played like drums and percussion, and then also a saxophone. So we have the saxophone, which is just a nice green saxophone with a bunch of gold on it for all the buttons, and the nice white mouthpiece up there. Very nice looking saxophone and everything. And then we also have this, which I'm not exactly, I assume this is an electronic like beat maker. I'm not too familiar with instruments. I know this is a thing, you know, it can touch and it plays beats and stuff. So again, I'm not exactly sure what this is, but I'm sure it falls under what Raphael would have played. And again, with him, there's no real color variation, except it has these red dots, but I don't think that really has much to do with Raphael. I'm just going to put it with Raphael, like I said, since he had the saxophone and then percussions and stuff, I'm going to just make it go with him. So we'll have to put all these instruments in their hands so it looks like, you know, they're actually playing and stuff. But they also do come with, they have a pizza here. So I think in the tour, these pizzas were just like a giant piece of foam and they could throw them around and stuff, and, you know, would go perfect for the song Pizza Power of, you know, flying saucers through the air. And so it looks like pizza with pepperoni, all sorts of stuff on it. But it's a nice, like, weird plastic and it's real thin and flimsy. It almost reminds me of like a hard piece of leather or something, and just the way it's detailed in design, but still pretty cool in that it's included. And the final thing is we get all these hands. So obviously with the turtles, they all look exactly the same, exact same color. So you can switch out the hands for whatever you want. So we've got like thumbs up hands, we've got flat hands, so their hands are wide open. So we have these variations that can go along with them. So like Michelangelo just has grip hands. Donatello has what looks to be almost like middle fingers, but obviously since turtles only have 3, he's probably like pointing and stuff, or, you know, playing for the keyboard, but it looks, you know, like he's almost just doing the middle finger. And Leonardo has more like open hands as well. And then Raphael just has kind of open hands, but not the spread open, like the extra hands that come with it. So now I'm going to try and put the instruments in their hands, and hopefully I can get them, and with the use of these extra hands and stuff, hopefully I can get them to do it and everything. So let me try and figure this out. So there we go, got all the instruments in their hands. So again, it's hard to get them in there, and had to switch up a bunch of the hands around, just try to find hands that make sense. Like exactly, I don't have exactly perfect for like Donatello, because there's not very many good left hands to use for stuff. So I have the Michelangelo, Leonardo ones looking like they're, you know, playing the guitar and stuff, and then I have Michelangelo doing the thumbs up, and Leonardo looking like he's got a pick in his hand. It's that type of hand design. And then Raphael was really hard, so I have a grip hand up top to try and hold the saxophone, but it's a little too big and doesn't fit exactly, so I have the lower hand just an open hand that's, you know, kind of been slid into the pieces of the saxophone so that it can actually hold it up. But to do that, you have to have it off to the side or it just completely falls out, and it's hard to get it to go into his mouth. So definitely the saxophone's hard to get in the hands to be able to look like they're playing it. And then the rest of the hands are pretty much just flat hands and thumbs up, so not really conducive to playing instruments and stuff, so that's kind of unfortunate. So that's what a lot of my issues were. So there we go, got to put it into the box, and it's hard to keep this top flapped up because if I let it go, it just falls down and really darkens up, and you can't see the turtles in there. But still a very cool set overall. I like the whole box. We'll have to like get it messed with and stuff so it actually stays up and open. But it's pretty cool with the whole stage design, and then have all the turtles with their instruments and stuff. Just looks absolutely cool. So you can see up top there where I'm holding everything. So it would be really cool if it just actually stayed up. Oh, and I also forgot to mention with these turtles, we did get them from Target. This is a Target exclusive set, and we were able to order them the day they went up. Somehow we were miraculously able to get them ordered without interference from all the bots and stuff. So somehow we were lucky enough to order them that day. So they finally came in. I think this cost around $125 or so for the 4 turtles in this set stuff. So I think it's a pretty cool set. Like I said, not the most articulate turtles, not the best looking turtles there are. Again, based off really weird design, so it kind of makes more sense, but it's cool to get the turtles with the instruments in the box that can turn into a stage as well, so that just makes it pretty cool overall. And again, for me personally, I have a connection to this. These are my brothers, so of course he would want these, but I have seen, you know, what these are from, the Out of Our Shells tour. We used to have the VHS, I watched it multiple times, even had the cassette tape that I'd listen to, so I just personally have a better connection. I know people that never saw this thing would probably not care for these and think these all look really weird anyways, but let me know your opinion of them down in the comments. But thank you all for watching this review. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up for me and hit that subscribe button. But thank you all for watching. Stay awesome out there, and I'll see you next time.